I just got a rewards card for the gas station finally, because I always come to this one, and why not get up to 30 cents off every gallon?
73.
73 said 30. Okay. Is that window too open? I think halfway is good. I don't have power windows in this car. So if Aiden's window is open too much on the highway, I can't really do anything about it. But it's a really nice day today. It's 70 degrees right now. And he lost his first tooth last night. And I'm so glad that like it happened at home so that I can keep it, because I was afraid that he was gonna knock it out at school or something and then it would be lost and I wouldn't get to keep his first tooth. It's like, if he loses the next ones he loses, the next ones he loses, if he loses them and I can't find them, it's not gonna be as big a deal, but the first tooth, I really wanted to make sure that I kept. So, Tooth Fairy brought him a new book.
70.
It was good that I've been reading him like Tooth Fairy stories. He has a couple books that have to do with the Tooth Fairy, so that he kind of gets what's going on. The ABA guy called yesterday, and Steven was kind of like explaining our situation to him, because I didn't really want to have to put all that on hold. But with everything going on, it's going to be so stressful. But like the guy said, it's important for Aiden, and like anywhere we go in Massachusetts, they will work with us and do it for us, you know? So even if we had to move, the girl will follow us to wherever we move. I mean, we have to move, but when that's happening, I don't know. So we are going to go ahead with it. She's coming Tuesday for like the initial visit, and the guy that owns the place is coming with her, and then after that it's her working with him. Ugh. It's going to be so loud now because I got both windows open. Hopefully it's not too annoying when I go to edit this, otherwise I'm going to have to just cut this part out. But what else was I going to say? The bed alarm that we ordered for his grandma came yesterday. We woke up this morning to it going off, her trying to stand up and saying she wasn't trying to stand up. So then she started getting mad and saying, I'm tired of getting yelled at all the time. And Steven's like, I wouldn't have to yell at you all the time if you would listen. Like, she remembers him yelling at her, but she doesn't remember why. Like, you've been trying to get up from your chair, from the toilet. After just having had conversations 2 seconds ago about this, you're still trying to do it. So he called his dad and told him he's gonna order her like a full-length bed rail too, so she can't even try to get out of bed, which I'm sure she'll still find a way. But yeah, that's where we're at now. She's getting super annoying to deal with. Steven's getting super pissed. And that's pretty much it for now. Aiden has his checkup this week on Friday, so he's only going to school Monday through Thursday. Come here. I want to show everyone your tooth fell out. Let's see. Cheese. It's gone. It looks like you lost 2 teeth.
Up a wagon. Wagon.
Wagon.
Nothing.
You need a haircut again, bud. Your hair grows so fast. What you doing? Playing with rings that were on the cupcakes. Where's the bee? There's only one bee. Where's the other one? I think you dropped it. Let's go see if we can find it. So I just got home and now I'm going back out because I was going to pack Aiden's lunch for tomorrow and realized that they must have given his thermos to somebody else. They do that a lot. like send him home with someone else's stuff and he has someone else's. But I don't have a backup thermos, and he usually eats like spaghetti or something for lunch, and I need something to keep it hot, so I have to go run out and get a thermos now. So Aiden's in the house with Steven relaxing. And what was I gonna say? I had to help my grandma sort through her summer clothes to pull stuff out because she always puts it all away. Like I don't know why she does that and puts it all away for the seasons. I guess that's like an old-timey thing. I don't know. I don't put all my clothes away for the season. I just kind of move them to the front of the pile. Anyway, I don't know what I wanted to talk about. Oh, that's why I turned the camera on, because I wanted to mention this without sparking a massive debate, because like I mentioned it on Facebook and then people started arguing. So the whole Kat Von D thing with her coming out as being an anti-vaxxer, I don't even know where to start with that. Like, I used to idolize her. Like, she was my go-to #1 favorite celebrity person, you know? But, and not just because of the anti-vaccination thing, but there's been things over the past few years or so that she's just done that's ticked me off that I totally don't agree with. Like, it all started when that thing with her and Jeffree Star started, which started because she had to go and make a video calling him out because he didn't pay her friend who designed the logo for his company or whatever. And then Jeffree ended up paying the guy. But in my opinion, that could have been handled behind the scenes amongst themselves. Like, she did not have to bring that much attention to it. And I'm not the biggest fan of Jeffree Star either. Like, I really like both their makeup lines, and I tend to, like, separate someone's company from them, like, the person, you know? Because, like, a lot of times you'll see me make videos about certain makeup palettes and stuff, and I'm like, this is about the makeup for me and not the person. The whole thing with her coming out as, like, I didn't even know that she was getting married or that she was pregnant and stuff, and then, like, all that information hit me at once, I guess, because I don't follow her closely like I used to. Every now and then I get, like, snippets of information, but, like, the guy is, like, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. It's, like, Lafar or something. I know it's Raphael, and his stage name is just his name backwards. But, like, the fake nails and everything, that's just, like, too much for me. I'm all about self-expression and everything, but I don't know. It's just weird that I don't know. I don't want to, like, rag on someone for their appearance and everything, but part of me wonders how much of it is his influence, you know? Like, she's been vegan for a while now and, like, kind of preachy about it, but not to the point of being super duper annoying. I didn't think anyway. And now she, like, makes a post about she was defensive right off the bat, which I don't even understand why, if you know that it's a controversial subject like that, why didn't you just keep it to yourself? Like, that did not have to be publicly announced that she wasn't going to vaccinate her child. And she said for so many years that she was against having children and never going to have a kid, and I know things like that change, like, depending on the person that you meet and end up with and fall in love with, but I recall her saying several times that, like, she was gonna have her tubes tied voluntarily because that was how badly she didn't want children. But that's neither here nor there. The whole anti-vaccination thing, I do not agree with, because, like, when you think about it, there's people who, like, are sick or, like, can't get vaccinated, so that's why people get vaccines, to protect the people that can't. It's like, it's not, oh, I don't want to vaccinate my kid because this, and this goes into their body. And, like, I see it more as, like, a public health issue than anything. like, I don't get flu shots every year. I'm not like super anal about that, but like the massive vaccinations, like the main ones that you should have, that everybody should do their part and friggin' partake in, and I don't know. I don't agree with it. You don't see people dying left and right from having vaccines. You see all these diseases that should have been eradicated that are coming back, like measles and mumps and shit, because people don't vaccinate their kids. And like, there's a reason why most schools don't let your kid in unless they have their list of vaccines, you know? There's a reason for that. But whatever, I just... I don't get it. I don't want it to turn into a big argument with people, because I posted one simple thing about it on Facebook about how, how did I word it? I was like, she's turned into such a kook. I don't know why I idolized her so much when I was younger. And then it just turned into an argument. So it's like, everybody's entitled to their own opinions and stuff. But when it comes to that, like she mentioned the things first. She had like in her post was being all defensive about how she's pregnant and in the public eye, and she wants to have a home birth and a midwife instead of a gynecologist or whatever, which is totally fine. Like, I'm all for that. I wanted to have a natural birth, but it doesn't always go your way, so that's kind of worrisome. If you were, I would be scared to death to attempt to have a home birth with what happened with me. I needed an emergency C-section. Like, what would have happened if I had insisted on having a home birth and then I needed an emergency C-section, you know? So yeah, like, I have no problem with that and people wanting to do that, but and then she tosses in at the end, oh, and I'm not vaccinating him. Okay, you didn't really have to. It's almost like she did that obviously, I know she did that on purpose so that it'll draw a whole shitload of attention to her. Celebrities always do that crap, and it's disappointing that she would try to get attention that way. But anyway. So I want to make little gift buckets for the end of the year for Aiden's teachers. And I got these at Target in the dollar spot. And I was mad because I need 4 and they only had 3 of these ones with stars. Super cute though. And then this one is silver with pink inside. So I'm gonna make little pretties for your face soap buckets for them. And then these are my new bubble bars. Sneak peek. They smell so good. They smell like the Sakura bath bomb from Lush. And I tweaked my formula. They came out so perfect this time. I'm so happy with them. Aiden loves them. He's been my guinea pig for bubble bars and stuff. So these are the cloud cakes. They are available on the site. I just put them up. Ambulance is taking Grandma away. Yo.
What?
Never mind.
What?
I was gonna say, why don't you explain why the ambulance is taking Grandma away?
Well, guess what? They just told me that her blood pressure's back up to 150 over 90.
Well, why did it tank all of a sudden like that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh, the fire truck. Oh, no, they're leaving now. Anyway, I can't see myself because I don't have the, whatever. They took her because when I got home, the occupational therapist was here and her blood pressure was high, and then when she left, Steven put her on the toilet because she had to go to the bathroom, and she started like the unresponsive like she was last time, and her blood pressure was 72 over 38. He took it a bunch of times, then he called his dad and was like, I'm calling the ambulance. So that's where we are now. So just updating because I know I'll forget stuff if I'm talking about anything. So Steven just left to go to the hospital to find out what's going on with his grandma. When the guys, the EMTs, were still in the driveway, they said that her blood pressure went back up. So I have no idea what's going on with her. This is the same thing that happened last time, and nobody really gave us an answer for what it was. It was like something to do with the water pill that she was taking, and she wasn't drinking enough, so she was super dehydrated. I'm making face wash right now for my shop, so I just figured I would set up the camera so I can vent. So I'm going to pick Aiden up from school. Today is Tuesday. Didn't film this morning because we had a lot of running around to do. And by the time we get back, his ABA therapist should be here. We're gonna meet her today. She's gonna try kind of do just the initial visit, I guess. Steven's grandma's still in the hospital. His aunts are teaming up against his dad. What they want him to do is sell this house so that we have to get out, and her to just go to the nursing home. Which I agree with the going to the nursing home part, obviously. But like if they sell the house, she's gonna get all kinds of penalties for the Medicaid and everything. Like, I don't care about anything anymore. I just don't want to have to deal with the stress of her being at home. We have to move, we have to move. We're planning on moving anyway because we've been looking for places to go. So that's that. Just more family drama. Going on from when I mentioned Kat Von D the other day in the whole anti-vaccination thing. She posted a picture on Instagram wearing Gucci sunglasses. It was like a rainbow pair of sunglasses, and she posted something about Pride Month. But Gucci, and she got called out on this from a couple of people, and she had to, of course, defend herself with these big drawn-out paragraphs that made little to no sense, defending why she's supporting a brand that sells fur, sells leather, and tests their makeup products on animals. So it's okay to wear Gucci and support that brand because their sunglasses look cool, but I'm not gonna vaccinate my kid because the vaccines aren't vegan. Like, what a hypocrite. It's so ridiculous. I just had to point that out because it cracked me up, and her trying to defend herself and sound all high and mighty was even funnier to me. I just don't understand the need to always be right and like on her high horse and always. I believe she herself numerous times used the term vegan as fuck. I'm vegan as fuck, but I'll support brands that test on animals, and friggin' I'll wear leather and stuff. I would love to know. I can guarantee you that all the taxidermied shit that she has both in her house and in her tattoo shop are not all 100% ethically sourced. Like, she had all that crap in her tattoo shop before she even turned vegan, so do you think she was making sure every one of them were ethically produced? Like, animals that all died of natural causes and then they stuffed them? No, I can guarantee plenty of them were hunted. I don't agree with hunting for sport. Like, I'm not vegan, and this stuff pisses me off. I friggin'... If you're hunting, like, use every part of the animal. That's cool. Don't hunt just to cut a deer's head off and hang it on your wall. I think that's disgusting. That's my point of view on that whole thing. I don't want to get into a conversation about taxidermy, but that's that. I'm on my way to go get Aiden again. I haven't been filming in the morning for some reason. It is Wednesday. Aiden's, the ABA therapist came yesterday, and that went really well. She's really nice. She's coming tomorrow for the first actual session with him. It's gonna be from 3 to 6. we don't have the stress of his grandma right now, Steven's grandma. She's still in the hospital. They somehow changed the medical proxy from being Donna to being Steven's dad. So I don't know how they did that without him actually there or anything. Now I feel like she's never gonna get put in a nursing home because now the aunt doesn't have the power to do that. Like, it's just one thing after another. But they are talking about giving her a blood transfusion because her white blood cell count is really high. Or is it low? I think he said it was high. So they need to do something about that. So who knows? She's gonna have that done. She'll probably be in the hospital a couple more days, and then they're suggesting that she go to the rehab at the nursing home here, like she's been, what, 4 times this past year? Just like she went to the rehab for a month in Vermont. Now I don't know how long they're gonna keep her there once she goes for that. So I don't know. It just started raining, of course. As soon as I had to leave the house to go get Aiden, it started raining. I am going to end the vlog here because it's Friday. Why does that look so crooked? It must be because of the angle of this. Steven's in Rite Aid right now. We just went to Aiden's doctor's appointment and that went fine. She's very happy that he's progressed so much since the last time she's seen him. Because last time he wasn't talking or anything, and now he can say hi to her, and he was singing her a song. He's been singing constantly because they've been practicing songs for their graduation day. So I can't wait to see that. I'm gonna try and record it.
Yes!
Record as much of it as I can so I can upload a little bit of it. What else was I gonna say? I just wanted to, like, I didn't have an end clip for this week, so I just wanted to film real quick. We're actually on the way to the nursing home because his grandma got transferred there today. We don't know how long she's staying there. It's gonna be for the rehab. And then she'll be home again after that. His dad's supposed to be coming down tomorrow. His aunt doesn't know that she's not the medical proxy anymore, so I can imagine that that's going to be a huge fight. Aiden's ABA therapist came for 2 hours yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. For like the initial... She's kind of just building a relationship with him, so they just played the whole time. But I can see, like they explained, obviously they have to get him comfortable with her before they start doing the actual activities and stuff. But like that was the main thing his doctor wanted to make sure was that he started the ABA, because it's always such a long waiting list. And I mean, like, we started this whole process last year, like almost a year ago, and it's finally, like, just now they finally set him up with someone to come and do this. So we told her that, like, his main problem is still, like, he's such a picky eater and everything, and she was like, even though he's picky about stuff and you guys are worried about it, his growth and height and everything are on par for his age and all that, so it's not like whatever he does eat and everything is making him grow correctly. So that's a little bit, makes me feel better. But that's pretty much everything. I'm waiting for Steven to get, he had to pick up pills for his grandma that are like, that have been sitting there before they go back in the, back on the shelf. And she needs bobby pins and headbands, which I don't know where they are in the house, so he's just buying some more. There's something else I wanted to say too, now I can't think of what it was. So, yeah, now the aunt doesn't have the decision because she's not the medical proxy anymore, his dad is.
Do you want to watch weather?
The weather.
It's sunny.
That's one of his songs. So
Do
yeah.
you want to watch weather? The weather is sunny.
Are you singing?
And cold. Do you want to watch weather? The weather.
finishing the vlog for the week and your son's singing his weather song. The weather is sunny.
All around my yard.
So what have we been talking about so I don't repeat everything you said?
Oh, he was just talking about his doctor's appointment.
Boing, boing, boing.
Boing, boing, boing.
Go boing, boing, boing. All around.
And now we're going to see Grandma, and she got transferred to the nursing home.
Yep.
Pretty much where I am.
What you doing there, guy? Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're already halfway through the stop sign anyway.
Yeah, so we're on our way to go see Grandma. She's probably gonna do 2 to 3 weeks of rehab, so we'll be at the house by ourselves. Sure my princess will enjoy that. I will too. Don't get me wrong.
I was talking about Aiden's ABA and everything, and
She was very nice, and this is gonna be a good thing for him. This is gonna. What's the correct word without sounding like an ass? I'm gonna sound like an ass. It's gonna help him be normal.
yeah.
Okay, that's just the roundabout. You can put scientific terms and terminology, all kind, whatever you want in front of it. It's gonna help make him a little bit more. What's their word?
Typical.
Neurotypical.
My day is made because some guy had dogs in the nursing home. I guess I think his wife was one of the nurses because she was holding the puppy, and he had the dog, and like they were walking by the room that Steven's grandma's in, and the dog like wanted to come in to say hi to me and Aiden because we were standing like towards near the doorway, and it was, I don't even know what kind of dog that was, and I'm pretty good at knowing dog breeds. It kind of looked like a yellow lab, but the size of a Great Dane. Like, she was huge, and he said she wasn't even full grown yet. She was only 7 months. And then he was like, I got her sister out here, you want to go look? And I was like, sure. And she was only like this big. Oh my god, I love puppies so much. Yeah, that just made my day. Like, I have that social anxiety where I don't want to talk to people, but if you have a dog, forget it. I'll let Steven tell the story of his aunt because this is funny. You want to tell the story about your aunt? I'll let him do it because I just said I was excited.
Woo! Okay. So
we weren't even in there like 2 minutes, and she showed up.
A minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I sat down.
Okay, hold on a second. I've been laughing so much that I need my throat is parched.
Is that your weird drink?
Yeah. Well, it's actually English toffee mixed with French vanilla.
Though.
It's mixed with French vanilla.
The 100 Years' War.
The 100 Years' War. English and French. Okay, so. Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes. So.
I already started it.
So.
We can go walk as you're driving.
My two aunts, the heroin addict and the pretentious one. They're telling my grandma, it's time. It's time. I told grandma that 2 days ago when she changed the medical proxy from my aunt to my father, she kept my aunt on there as secondary, but she has no power unless my father dies. So.
Yeah, that just means if he can't do it, then she takes over.
So I asked grandma, I'm like, did you tell her yet? Did you tell her yet? And she said, no, she'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, she just came in a minute after us and was like, why? I went to the hospital. Why did no one call me to let me know that, you were transported here? So she went to the nurse's station and rang them out like it was their fault, because we're now at a nursing facility outside of the hospital, like miles and miles away from the hospital.
Yeah,
they don't know nothing, So she comes back in, and I'm like, as she left, I'm like, Grandma, you need to tell her. She goes, oh, they'll tell her. And I'm like, they probably won't, Grandma. You need to tell her. And she's like, well, maybe another day. And I'm like, well, I'll tell her then. Because otherwise she's going to be swinging her dick around trying to, you know. You can just beep it out, okay? Sorry.
Swinging the beep around.
Swinging the beep around and, you know, trying to have things done her way. So I was like, well, Auntie, they probably didn't call you because Gramps made my father medical proxy. And she immediately turned her back to me and got near my grandma's face and was like, Mother, why did you do that? And Grandma's like, oh. She gets very intimidated very fast. So I was like, well, she wanted someone in the medical field to make her medical decisions. And she goes, and who told you, and who convinced you to do this?
Yeah.
Who coerced you to do this? And Grandma was like, well, I did. And she, you know, she has the little, the meal tray, and she's like, she wanted to slam her hands on the meal tray. She's like, and she grabbed her purse and goes, I'll talk to you later, Mother. And she left.
That's just how she is. Now she probably won't talk to her for like 3 months straight.
No, she will. She'll keep coming and visiting. And she'll keep trying to, now she's going to keep trying to convince her that it's not a good idea that my father is medical proxy, because it goes against her health. Now, even if she tries to get her a competency test to see if she's competent to make her own decisions. And like, say if my grandmother fails, well, it's my father's decision where she goes.
Yeah, I'm just worried about now she's never going to go to a damn nursing home.
No, honey, like Dad said, okay?
Yeah,
like,
but he said it so many times.
Like
and he
Dad
always pusses out.
Honey, like Dad said, if he wants me, now, of course, I want to make good money. You know what I mean? But he wants me to get a job that's like $25 an hour plus, you know, and maybe take online classes or something like that to do something.
God, you should have stayed at that freaking roof place.
It was in friggin' Walpole.
I know, but
it took me an hour and 15 minutes to get there. That's not even if there was traffic. My whole day was shot. I was there nine and a half hours every day. So that was the end. That was the end of our fantastic day.
Yeah.
It started off crappy, having to go to the doctors with our son. And it ended on a good note.
Yep. That's it for this week. I'll pick up for next week on the next vlog.
We'll let you know
what transpires over the weekend.
How bad when the poo hit the fan, how far it splattered. So
we'll see you next week. Say
see you
bye,
next week.
Aiden.
Bye.